Hello, teachers, friends, and family. I'm so excited to be here to celebrate this milestone event with all my friends and fellow classmates. I'm so glad that I was able to be part of this year. It was pretty crazy with like learning with Zoom and everything that came along with this pandemic. But despite these challenges, we made it through. And I'm very happy to be here again with my amazing friends to celebrate the end of our elementary days and the start of our new journey into high school. So here I am welcoming you to the class of 2025's eighth grade graduation.
Please bow your heads with me for opening prayer. Dear God, Lord, thank you so much for bringing us all here today. I know that many of the people here have worked hard to get where they are today. Thank you so much for everyone who made this graduation possible. We would not be here today without them or you by our sides. Please help the speaker today and help their message to touch our hearts. Thank you for all the blessings you give. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Hi, I'm Megan Peterson.
And I'm Emerson Ayala, and we will be doing the tribute to the 9-year students.
These past 9 years have been filled with fun and excitement. We have gone on trips together, we have created drama together, among other things that I probably shouldn't mention. Boys, I'm looking at you guys. I would like to recognize the people who have been at Redlands Academy through the ups and downs of the years for 9 years.
We would like to recognize these students. Please stand as we call your name.
Emerson Ayala,
Aiden Bradford,
Jacob Diaz,
Ben Hageson,
Ethan Hill,
Camden Jacobin,
Drew Lauer,
Melanie Maslub, Megan Peterson,
Noah Respicio,
Lumi Sandoval,
Kevin Schimpf,
Shamaria Tajojo,
Joshua Wallace,
and Kayla Zalsos.
thank you.
This year has been a tough year for all of us. In this year's class gift, we would go up and beyond that.
It was a very tough decision on, what we could do for a class gift. So what we decided to do is, after much thought and consideration, we decided to give Pastor Lamar a utility sports wagon. So he can easily transport the sports equipment and to add from the field without having to make multiple trips back and forth.
We thought this would be an amazing gift, and the wagon is super rugged for all terrenal transportation.
This, uh, this This gift is also a symbol of our unprecedented year. Each of us were able to overcome many obstacles in our path during the unexpected year of this distance learning. But we have made it to the field with tonight with a newfound strength and equipment needed as we move to our next destination of high school.
High school will be tough for all of us, but I want all of us to know that we can overcome anything. And that if we are in sports or fighting pets, just to make that home run of our lives. All eighth graders tonight who are graduating, believe in yourself, and that this is a new path of your lives, and that you can do anything, and you will rock high school.
So, with that being said, in conclusion, we thought this could be a perfect gift because it was very versatile and will help Pastor Lamar and RAA for many years to come. With so much appreciation to each and every one at home and our RAA families that helped us navigate our path and graduate tonight. One more thing, we would like to thank each and every parent and faculty for being here with us tonight, for making this milestone come to true. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here right now graduating and doing our best. So thank you very much for being here.
And now it is time to thank the parents, for which without many of us wouldn't be standing here today. So my classmates and I would like to say thank you for helping us every step of the way that led to this moment. Now, parents, please take your attention to the screen, and to the screen as myself and my classmates say thank you.
Dear Mommy and Daddy, your youngest is finally graduating. I'm extremely grateful for everything that you have done for me throughout these past years, from helping me with homework, even when you just got home from work, and for guiding me throughout my years. I feel so blessed to have parents like you in my life. Thank you for always believing in me and being the best role models. I know that without you, I wouldn't make it to where I am today, without you both. Also, thank you to my brother Gerald for always being the best brother and helping me when I need you. Another big thank you to Tati for always being there and helping me throughout my life. I am honestly very lucky to have you all in my life. So thank you so much, and I love you all. Love, Milena.
Dear Mom and Dad, these past 2 years have been crazy and really stressful for everything. I haven't always been the best daughter to you, but I hope you know that I love you very much, even if that makes me say I love you. Thank you for everything you have done for me. Life has been crazy since 2020 began. You have made it through even in your hard times in the business or with family members. And with me, and that I know I'm your favorite one, even if you don't say so. Mommy, thank you for everything you have done for me and have always stood by my side, even if I haven't been always the best. You have never put me down, but always make me happy, even if that makes me the best food. I love you very much, and I'm sorry if I don't appreciate you very much, but I hope you know that till this day, I'll appreciate you no matter what happens and always help you stick by your side. And Daddy, thank you for everything you have done for this family. And by saying that, working hard every day to provide a meal for all of us and making us laugh, even on the end of the day when we all have stressful times. Thank you for always being there for me and getting me the best things I want, even when Mommy doesn't let me. I'm sorry if I haven't been the best daughter to you, but I hope you know that I'm trying my best to be the best daughter. Love you both so much, and I know you, and I hope I'll make you proud this whole high school year.
Dear Mom and Pie, thank you for always pushing me to do the best I can. Thank you for always believing in me and for always being there for me. You guys are the best, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for always helping me when I need it. Thank you guys for all the stuff you give me, especially the food, because you guys are great cooks and make delicious food. Thank you, Mimi and Papa, for always driving me to games and for taking me places that are always so much fun. You guys are awesome, and I love you guys so much. Also, thanks for taking me to surf camp and to the beach during the summer.
Hello, Mom and Dad. You have been so good to me. Thank you for putting food on the table. Thank you that I have a roof over my head, and I know you guys will do the best for me and the rest of us and the family. It has been a struggle for a year, but everything is getting better now. Everything will become normal, and now I realize that you've been trying the best for me, and I just want to say thank you.
All right, so this goes out to my parents. Thank both of you for raising me with Christ at a young age, embedding that faith within me, keeping me out of school that I love so dearly, and for keeping myself and my brother happy. Thank you. And for the amount of trouble I've given both of you, I'm really grateful to still be your son. As for my extended family, I love you guys too. Visiting you guys from far away have made some of the most memorable moments in my life. And to my brother, I'm sorry for annoying you 24/7. Love you guys.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. Thank you for doing all the small things in life to help me get through the day. Thank you for helping me get through school my entire life, from when I was in preschool to now. It's been a good 9 years of solid school. Thank you for helping me get through life and giving me all that amazing advice that have helped me get here. Thank you, Dad, for helping me become a little handyman and fix all those little things around the house and learning and teach me all those little life skills that will help me in the future. Thank you for playing sports with me when I'm bored. You just always come up and say yes and play with me outside, even when it's shooting hoops, playing ping pong, or even just playing catch. Thank you for making that amazing breakfast every day. Those eggs are amazing. And I love you. Mom, thank you for supporting me through everything I've done. Thank you for quizzing me on all those tests, before all those tests over the years. And thank you for hanging out with me during the pandemic when I was online and doing Zoom in my room. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me.
Dear family, first off, I couldn't have made it this far without all of you. Mom and Dad, you have worked so hard to buy me food, clothes, and send me to school. I am so lucky to have all of you to support me and lead me closer to God each day. I cannot thank you enough for working so hard as my parents. You have taught me how to love myself, others, and even God too. Axa, thank you for being the best sister I could ever ask for. Whenever I'm too scared to order food for myself, you always step up and do it for me. You have helped my confidence to grow and have shaped me into the person I am today. Andre, even though sometimes you can annoy me, life would be so boring without you and your random science or history facts. I love you all.
Dear Mom and Dad, I would not be here if it weren't for you guys. You helped me when I failed and put me back on track. You encouraged me to keep going through whatever life had in store for me. You love me, and care for me in almost every way. You spent time with me when I was lonely and respected my space when I needed to be isolated. I will never truly be able to repay you, and will never be able to express my thanks fully. So all I can say, and all I can do, is say thank you. Thank you for everything you have done for me.
Hi, Mom. Thank you for being supportive of me when I'm doing school and volleyball. Thank you for Ubering me around everywhere I go. Thank you for taking the time to be with me and help me in any questions I have. Thank you for always having food for me when I'm hungry, and thank you for teaching me important life lessons. Thank you for spending the tuition, and thank you for putting up with me, and I hope you continue to do that in the future.
This is for my mom and my dad. Just to start off, I would like to say thank you for all the things you have done for me and sacrificed for me. You have kept me fed and clothed no matter what we have been through. Within the 14 years that I've been on this earth, you have taken care of me without hesitation. Even though we have been through some tough times, you still loved me and got me through those moments. I'm not sure what to do to pay the both of you back, but as time goes on, eventually I will be taking care of you. And I hope that at that moment I will be able to repay you. Acknowledging this again isn't much compared to all the things you have done for me. Thank you.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for always being there for me. And I know that sometimes I make it hard to raise me, but you guys did an amazing job, really. Thank you, Mom, for being my Uber and always coming to events I'm in, organize events, and also loving me so much. Thanks, Dad, for giving me a hard time with everything, and I do, and holding me to high standards. I always believe that I'm the better for it. You've helped me with the homework and also sports a lot. Thank you for always being there for me when I need it most. I also thank you for making the person I am today. Without you, I would be much different. Thank you, Noah.
Hello, Mom and Dad. Just wanted to record this to this message that I have for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. I wanted to reach out and tell you thank you for all the support that you have done and given for me. I've been little for a very long time now, but you know, you showed me the way to grow up, and yeah, I've continued nonstop to do my best and strive since I was little, back in 2012 when I was in kindergarten. And you know, look at me now, and this year, and I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot of things and did a lot of things, and you know, I've had a good time, and it's been a good ride. You know, you've seen me help a lot of people in the community, and I just again wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for me, and I really appreciate it to the bottom of my heart. So yeah, thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank God for making this school a perfect school. I would also like to thank my parents for putting me in this school. At first, I didn't like the school. Pretty sure new students would like it at first, but over time, I kind of liked it. It was pretty fun, and now I love it actually. And I'm very grateful for having such good parents and such good teachers, including our principal, Mr. Rich. And the one thing that I love about the school is that the teachers actually teach us about Jesus and God and about the Bible mostly every day, which is actually the best thing that happened to me. Like that didn't happen to me in elementary, so this actually it's pretty fun to learn about God and Jesus. And I just want to say, God, thank you very much for showing our parents the perfect school so I could learn about the life of Jesus Christ. And I also like to thank my parents, especially my parents, for loving me, taking care of me, and always showing me how to be like Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you all. Thank you for all that you have done for me for my whole life, for feeding me, for sending me to a good school, and for taking care of me. You have always been there for me, guiding me through this life. I know that this last year has been difficult on the both of you. Mom, you had school and work, yet you still made time to take care of me and take me to soccer. Dad, you had work almost every day, but you were always there at the end of the day, to help me with my homework and just being there for me. I appreciate you both more than you could ever know. Your loving son, Caleb.
First of all, I'd like to thank my mom. She was always there through elementary school, middle school, and now she's like helped me through everything, through hard times and like just ridiculous times where I forget like everything that I learned. She'd stay up late, help me. And even if you weren't familiar with the subject, you'd stay, like help me till like 10 o'clock at night trying to finish one of my projects. So I'd like to thank you. And also I'd like to thank you for sending me to this school for like 9 years, I think. And I'm very grateful because I've met a lot of cool people. And then I'd like to thank my dad also, because even though he really didn't get a lot of the subjects, he'd always tell me like, I could do it. This is your life. You get to do what you want. So make what you want to do happen. So I'm really thankful for him too, because he'd always be there even if he didn't understand it. And I'm also thankful for the school because I've met so many of my friends that I really hope I'll know them for the rest of my life. Yeah, so I just thank you, Mom, Dad, for sending me to school because I know you have to pay tuition and stuff, and I'll never be able to make it up.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for being such loving parents all of my life. I know I've been a bit of a slacker and you've been helping me with all of my classes. You've been extremely patient with me and you've been really loving. Thank you for urging me to do all of my work. You were the best parents ever, and I'm glad to have you. You are such important figures in my life. I'm honored and privileged to be your son. You guys have always loved me unconditionally, and you are the best parents anyone can wish for. Thank you for taking me to this wonderful school and letting me have great friends.
Mom and Dad, thank you for always supporting me and for always being there for me. Thank you for giving me so much advice and for guiding me through life. I'm so blessed to have such amazing parents who work so hard and provide so much. You guys always encourage me to do my best and to try new things. Thank you for sending me to such a good school so I can have an Adventist education. I love you guys. Love, Camden.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you so much for always being here for me and supporting me through everything you do. I appreciate and cherish all the many things that you've done for me, whether that's as simple as bringing my cleats to me when I forget it, providing me food and shelter, and giving me a loving home to come home to after I've had a hard day. You guys have worked so hard to provide everything for me throughout my entire life, whether it's just toys or essentials or daily things that I need, and I appreciate you so much for that. And I love you so much and am so grateful for everything that you've done for me. And I am so happy that you will always be there for me throughout everything that I've done. I love you so much. Love your son, Carter.
Dear parents, I'm very grateful to have you guys, and I'm very thankful for everything you guys have done for me. You guys made me who I have become. I'm also thankful for everything you guys are doing for me to make me happy and make my life easier. Even though we have up and downs, you guys still are happy and have support in me, so appreciate it.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I can't thank you enough for all of these times that you've helped me out and given me lunches, and given me a place to sleep, and given me food to eat. Mom, thank you for bringing my cleats and my shin guards and all the lunches that I've forgotten. Thank you for also being my personal Uber driver, driving me around anywhere I need to go, to the games, to band practice, to back to school, to home, back from school, and all these different places we go. Dad, thank you for teaching me so many life lessons that I'll need all throughout my life and every day, every time. Thank you for helping me when I misplace things and helping me look for them and punishing me in a good way that I'll remember. And yeah, thank you. You both have taught me so much to be thankful for, and overall, thank you for being the best parents I could ever wish for. Love, your son, Drew.
Let's get this straight. I love my family. I may not show it very much. I may be dismissive. I may love arguments and be very, very stubborn. But you guys always seem to be there for me through my hard times. Just because of the pure love we share, or maybe that you're just stuck with me. But all aside, you made me who I am. First of all, my mother taught me the importance of money, but also showed me how we'll never compare the love for our family and how we should always have each other's back. It also showed me why family is a really good reason to continue living on in my life. And the memory with all my family and everything we've done together, it really showed me who I am as a person. And I love you, Mom. You're kind and very hardworking. Everything I need in a mom. Next, my dad. He's very logical. I remember him teaching me how to write speeches just like this one. Even though his dialect was strong, his love for music changed me more creatively than anyone I could ever think. He also shared his memories of the people, of his people and his generation, which also showed me that there's more people and more to life than just now and just us. So I love you, Dad, and thank you for really helping me create who I am as a person, figure out who I am. But I could talk for hours on everything my family's taught me, but I don't have much time. So, with my parting words, my whole family, my parents, I love you. Thank you for just making me who I am and everything we've been through. I'm just so proud of I'm proud of everyone for making it out and being stronger because of it. So thank you, and I hope that you're proud of me.
Dear Mom and Dad, I am so incredibly grateful to have you both as my parents. Thank you guys for always unconditionally loving, supporting, and caring for me. I am forever grateful for all the knowledge and wisdom you both have blessed me with. Thank you for constantly providing for my siblings and me. I'm so thankful to have been raised by such remarkable, understanding, and youthful parents. Above all, thank you two for being such excellent role models for me to look up to. One day I aspire to be a mere fraction of the amazing parents you both are. I am honored and privileged to call you both my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you guys.
Thank you so much for all that you have done to raise me. Thank you for all of the fun memories we have shared together, like the time when Jillian decided that she was going to go to boarding school. And the time leading up to her going was spent solely on her, because you guys knew that you were going to miss her. I mean, you still have one daughter left. Come on. But anyway, I also appreciate you letting me go to boarding school, the same boarding school. A lot of people have actually asked me what I'm most excited for going up to UCA, and my answer, you may ask, is no parents to boss me around. I'm so excited for that. But thank you for all that you have done for me, to get me where I am today, like disciplining me, making sure I know how to love others. I thank you so much, and I love you. Love, Megan, the girl who still hasn't loved you yet.
Dear Mom and Dad, thanks for everything. Whether it's helping me with homework or taking me to tournaments, you mean so much to me. Even if I don't show it, it's true. You guys are not strict. You guys have given me so much grace when I make mistakes. You guys don't yell or get mad. You guys are constructive and use it as a teaching moment. You guys have taught me so much. You've been so accepting and never judged me. You guys have given me so much. Food, a roof over my head, amazing pets, a warm bed, and a lot more. Just thank you for everything. Thank you for letting me go to this amazing school. And thank you for letting me play volleyball. Thank you for everything.
Hi, my name is Shaina, and I'm doing this tribute for my grandfather Lolo, who recently passed in the January of this year. He was with me since I was born, and he was my #1 fan. He loved it whenever I baked, and he always told stories and played games with us. He also taught me that there are people out in that don't have the same opportunities like we have in America. They're living in poverty and they're going hungry because of the corrupt government. And he's also said that those people pursue higher education and find success and have a better life. And he said since those people can find success in those circumstances, so can I. Thank you, Lolo, for all that you have contributed to me. And I will see you by the crystal sea in the paradise of heaven, immersed in the love and glory of God forever.
Definitely. Thank you for sending me to school. I cannot thank you enough for giving me food, money, and shelter and clothes that I could put on. I appreciate you letting me to have pets around the house. Even though I get tired often and we don't see eye to eye in many things, you still put up with me all these years. you have allowed me to attend field trips and go to football practice because we all know that my only exercise that I get. Um, and you let me experience things like taking me to Mexico, Puerto Rico, and I love you, and that's all I had to say.
Dear mom and dad, thank you guys for always being with me and supporting me. Thank you for always helping me with when I'm having trouble with school. I'm thankful that you guys have let me go to the school and allow me to receive a good education. Thank you for always pushing me to always do my best, and thank you for loving me even though I am the second most annoying child that you guys have. From your favorite, Rumi.
Hey, Mom and Dad. I'm just here to say thank you for always believing in me and pushing me to do better no matter what. And Mom, thank you for helping me with anything I need and always being there for me. Dad, thank you for your constant encouragement and always believing I can do anything if I just try hard enough.
Hey mom, hey dad. I have a lot of things that I want to thank you for. Thank you for caring for me and putting a roof over my head. Thank you for listening to my music and watching my shows even when you don't want, and even when you don't like it that much. Thank you for teaching me how to play with the ukulele and do my laundry, for carrying me to my bed when I fell asleep in the car, and for going on long walks. But most of all, thank you for helping me get to this point and for being the best parents ever. Love you.
Dear mom and dad, I appreciate my mom, my dad, my sister, my entire family, and my friends, and everyone else for being there when I needed them. Mom and dad, I'm thankful for all that you have done for me and everything that you have helped me through. I hope you will continue to support me in all I do. I love you.
Dear Mom, thank you for 14 years of support and appreciation. I am very lucky to have you in my life. Thank you for being by my side even though when I feel down. Thank you for all the memories we have together. It's really crazy that I'm already going to high school already, but I know that you'll always be by my side to help me. Also, a big shout out to my dad, my grandmother, and my brother. They are always there for me, and thank you for helping. For thank you to help pay for me to go to this school.
Dear mom and dad, thank you so much for everything you've done for me. I can't express how much I love you guys. Thank you for always being there for me and my sister, even though times were hard. Thank you for all the huge sacrifices you made for us. I love you so much. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elena.
And I'm Camden.
This year has been a different experience for all of us due to COVID. From having to Zoom and then going back to in person school for some of us. Usually, we think graduating is just about the people who are moving onto the next level, but it is also a time to appreciate those who have helped them get there. As we all know, our teachers have been a big part of us getting where we are today. They helped us do so much. They always found ways to make class more interesting and fun. As a whole class, we thank you all for doing that.
Mrs. Badillo, you are such a creative teacher who inspires us to work our very hardest. You encourage us to do our best and to learn from our mistakes. Thank you for taking on the role of teaching us more subjects this year and still making class interesting.
We've enjoyed over the years the fun stories, the laughs, and yes, the essays. Even though we missed out on our DC trip, thanks for planning ahead and putting together special bags for us with t-shirts, brochures, and even snacks to create a more exciting experience. We have learned so much from you and thank you for working so hard. We are happy to get to see you. We have missed you.
Dear Miss Williams, I find it so crazy that we are already ending the end of the school year. Thank you so much for teaching us all about science, from all the labs, group projects, and notes that we have to do. I can still remember when we first got to school. We were in cohorts, and honestly, I can't thank you enough for making it fun in the classroom with all the games we played together. I know that it may have been hard sometimes, but you managed to help us. So thank you so much for that. We will be excited to have you as our teacher in high school.
Mr. Perkins, thank you for always having something fun and interesting waiting for us in class. You have helped us to grow our relationship with God and with others. From the art projects, Bible prayer cards, memory verse, and games, we have learned a lot more about Christ and grown closer to Him. Thank you for teaching us so many life lessons and sharing your experiences with us. And don't worry, we won't buy gas station flowers. We will miss seeing you around campus. Our school is losing a great teacher. Thank you for the impact you have made at RAA over the years.
Dear Mr. Griffith, quick question. Did you start the Zoom yet for the people online? I remember all of those times where you would forget to start it for them and we would be halfway through the lesson already. I cannot believe that I survived Algebra 1 and now moving on to geometry. Thank you so much for letting us go outside whenever we had an extra time before or after chapel. I will always keep in mind that before I take a test, I should write a pair in math. This honestly helped me a lot before taking a test. To this day, I still wonder how you put up with us. Thank you again for teaching us this year.
Coach Wilbur, we have done many fun projects in your classes and have been able to learn designs and techniques. Even though this year was different, you were still able to find fun online resources that we could experiment with and learn from. Last year, it was fun designing cars and getting to customize them and make them aerodynamic. Sadly, due to the pandemic, we never raced them, but we learned about the process of designing. Thank you for your hard work.
Dear Mr. Walters, although we didn't get to experience handbells for the whole school year, the small amount of time we had was so much fun. I remember in the morning, before we entered class, you would have us snap our fingers even though I was never able to do so. You always knew how to make the start of our class better. Doing music is one of the most comforting things and the best way to start a school day. I'm so glad that we got to get you as our handbell teacher for next year too. We will be looking forward to having you next year.
Mr. Holoviak, although I didn't take a class with you this year, on behalf of the pre-algebra students, they would like to say, thank you for always making sure you have 3 cups of coffee on your desk, which is 0.14 short of a pie, so you can make it through our 30-minute Zoom meetings. The best part was definitely all the food you gave us, especially during chapels. Thank you for your hard work in teaching us math and always treating us fair and quadrilateral. We will see you in high school as you teach us more, and we will look forward to finding out what our unknown variables, aka grades, are as we take more classes from you.
Dear Mr. Coffee, I know that you came in the beginning of our 3rd quarter to fill in for Miss Badillo. We could never thank you enough for doing that. Remember the first day you had us? We were still on Zoom and you couldn't figure out how to do it. It was funny to remember that, but look at you now. You have improved so much at opening the Zooms for the people online. Thank you for teaching us 3 subjects, literature, history, and language arts. It must have been really hard having to put up with us 3 times, but you managed to always keep your cool. So really big thank you for teaching us. We won't ever forget this. Dear Mr. Bello, we cannot thank you enough for all that you have done. Even though we were unable to have choir this year, I am still thankful that you were able to find ways to incorporate music in our lives. Before I moved to Bells, I had lots of fun learning about different instruments from different countries and cultures, and I'm sure that the other students feel the same way. We are looking forward to having your computer class next year.
The eighth grade class of 2021 has been greatly blessed with a dedicated group of hardworking teachers who not only enrich us academically, but also spiritually. Thank you again. We appreciate you guys.
Oh, I have days I lose the fight. Try my best, but just don't get it right. Well, I talk a talk that I don't walk and miss the moments right before my eyes. Somebody with a hurt that I could have helped. Somebody with a hand that I could have held. When I just can't see past myself, Lord, help me be a little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love, and faith. A little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me.
Yeah, there's no denying I've been changed, 'cause I've been saved from who I used to be. But even at my best, I must confess, I still need help to see the way you see. Somebody with a hurt that I could have helped, somebody with a hand that I could have held. When I just can't see past myself, Lord, help me be a little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love, and faith. A little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Oh, I wanna feed the beggar on the street, love to be your hands and feet, freely give what I receive, Lord, help me be. I want friendship first above all else, love my neighbor as myself, in the moments no one sees, Lord, help me be.
like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love, and faith, a little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me, a little more like living everything I preach, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me.
Let's give the 8th grade praise band one more round of applause. That was great, wasn't it? This is a talented group, I'm telling you. 8th grade this year has thrown curveballs, fastballs, sliders, and breaking balls. Through COVID, distant learning, hybrid learning, and in the face of your homeroom teacher absent the fourth quarter for maternity leave, you have shown resilience, perseverance, tenacity, and grit. Our expectations are that you will continue to demonstrate these attributes, and God's blessing you, and you will be laying the foundation that will last a lifetime. We are proud of you, and may God richly bless you.
Welcome, friends and family, to our 8th grade graduation. This 2021 school year has been full of surprises. There has been a pandemic requiring us to wear this thing called masks, and we had to complete school on Zoom. And now I have a new baby brother. Ultimately, this pandemic has brought us together. We have all experienced it. We all have something in common. In this past 18 months, we have learned to be adaptable in so many ways. I would like to thank our parents who have helped us with everything we have ever done. We would not be the same people we are today without your guidance. Thank you. In addition, I would like to thank the school for preparing us in academics and in life. You have always been there for us when we needed it. Our teachers have made these years in junior high years to remember. I would also like to thank my fellow students for all the fun memories we have had. I cannot wait till high school. It will be an adventure in itself. I have a little story to share. I do not know about you, but I love ketchup, and I put it on everything: hot dogs, eggs, potatoes, you name it. And Heinz ketchup, which is my favorite, was found in 1876, over 125 years ago. Ketchup first, you would bump the 57 on the bottle for it to come out. It was so thick that it would take a while for it to come out. Because of this, their advertising slogan became "the best things come to those who wait." And what a year of waiting it has been. Here we are together, able to graduate together and finish the last school
quarter of school together. I have to say, this has been well worth the wait. I would like to tell you what makes RAA great. It is Mr. Rich opening the car doors and welcoming us to school. It is Mr. Walter's smile as he greets you for morning bell session. It is Mr. Coffee filling in as a sub and doing an amazing job. It is Mrs. Badillo helping us write our best stories and laugh as we're doing it. It is Mrs. Williams explaining science in a way that makes us love it more each day. It is Mr. Bella who has helped us find creative ways to do music this year. It is Mr. Griffith giving us those hard algebra problems to challenge our minds. It is Coach Wilbur guiding us in AbTech to do practical learning for the future. It is Mr. H's creative ways to learn and remember math formulas. It is Mr. Perkins pushing us to do our best mile and showing us to put Jesus first in all we do. Our teachers at RAA are fantastic and deserve a big round of applause. Starting this year apart from our classmates and friends was not easy. In junior high, we lived for time with friends. We love you, parents, but I was on cloud nine when we were able to come back to in-person school. We were able to come together for our 8th grade banquet too, and that was definitely a highlight this year. Our teachers have taught us to describe the world around us using adjectives and verbs. I would like to describe what RAA in my class means to me. RAA is kind. I've seen kindness in Ava Estacada, Zara Azif, and Melena Alito. RAA is athletic. I have seen athleticism in Caleb Harris, Ben Hageson, and Drew Lauer. RAA is passionate. I've seen many passionate classmates such as Pasha Hijazi, Lumi Sandoval, and Umar Khan. RAA is techie. I've seen many classmates who are great with computers and technology. Ethan Hill, Alex Griesbach, and Ethan Evans now. RAA has wordsmiths. So many of my classmates are avid readers, such as Megan Peterson and Kevin Schimpf. RAA is musical. I've seen many musical talents in Joshua Wallace, Kayla Zalzos, and Jacob Diaz. RAA is artistic. Classmates that have a creative side are Melanie Mazlub, Joey Martinez, and Shaina Richards. RAA is scientific. We have aspiring deep thinkers such as Ben Garcia, Caleb Campos, and Emerson Iola. RAA is funny. Classmates that make everyone see joy around them. Vincent Castro, Noah Respicio, and Matthew Woods. RAA is thoughtful. We all have seen true friendship in Camden Jacobin, Shamaria Tajoyo, and Ethan Gaines. RAA is spiritual. We have all seen Christ in Joshua Rivera, Carter Kerstetter, and Aiden Bradford. As you can see, we all have many different gifts, and that's what it is with the body of Christ. I may be the hand, and another classmate be the foot or the eye. We all have our individual gifts, and when we work together, we can do great things. God has big plans for our lives, and we were made for him for a special purpose. Let's all go into high school ready to use these gifts to the best of our abilities and be what God has made us to be. I'd like to share one last story. A troubled son goes to his father for guidance. After listening intently, the father asked the son to join him on a walk. They arrive at the pond near the back of the house. The father asks the son to pick up a stone and toss it to the center of the pond. The son complies. Now, said the father, as the ripples come to the shore, stick your finger in the water and stop them. The son tries, but as he sticks his finger in the water, the action just creates more ripples. The confused son looks at his father and says, Father, I can't. My actions just create more ripples. That is correct. The father smiles and says, so you cannot stop the ripples? That is correct, said the son. This story basically means that there are consequences or results for any action. We want to have good actions because we may not see it, but our actions can affect those around us in good or bad ways. Matthew 5:16 says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your name in heaven, your Father in heaven. So go be the light in the world. We need the 8th grade class of 2021 to shine Jesus to others. Go be the light. Congratulations, 8th grade class of 2021.
Tonight's speaker is a very hard worker and our science teacher. She has traveled from Buffalo, New York with a bachelor's in chemistry and also having a master's in education and another in early childhood education. She is such an overachiever, she is even obtaining her doctorate in curriculum and instructions. She has taught us science for 2 years and will continue with us to high school. Throughout her years at RAA, she has been such an amazing teacher that she's even seemed to make math fun. Yeah. We are so blessed to have her with us, and it's a true honor to have her speaking for us tonight. Please welcome Ms. Williams.
Wow. Okay. First, I want to say that praise song, that was beautiful. I remember when we first had you guys do a junior high praise band, and wow, have you come so far. That really blessed me. Thank you. I'm so excited. Thank you for asking me to be your speaker. Not really sure why you picked me out of all of the people you could have picked, but I'm honored. Thank you. And I know I told you last Thursday that would be your last junior high class with me. I was wrong. This is that last class. So, like with all our classes, I'm gonna need your participation, right, Noah? Yeah, great. So, I want you guys to take a moment and think. Think about your first day of kindergarten. I know it was a long time ago, but I'm 28 and I can do it. Try. What were you feeling that day? Someone, quick word. What were you feeling that first day of kindergarten? You were crying, you were afraid. All right, that's reasonable. Probably the first time some of you were away from your parents that long. You were in a room with a new teacher, you didn't know what the rules were, you didn't know anyone. So now I want you to take a trip back. Think back to your first day of junior high. Not as long ago, right? Probably similar feelings. Less so because you've been to this school before. You may have known some of the teachers, but still there were new rules. There were new expectations for you. And I remember speaking to some of you and it was a lot. It was a lot to manage a lot of classes and a lot of new teachers. But you made it. You're on the other side. And you probably could give some really good advice to our incoming kindergartners and our incoming 7th graders because you've been there and you've learned a lot. I want you to remember that. People who've been through certain experiences have a lot of knowledge to share with you. Doesn't mean you know everything about junior high, but you have some valuable experiences that you can share. So do all these people. They've been through high school. They've been teenagers. They know some stuff. Use them. So when I was your age, I had this show that I loved. Now, the premise of the show was that there were 3 friends in middle school who were learning the hard way how to navigate middle school. And every time that they found something new, whether it was how to try out for a new sports team or how to study for a test, they write these tips and they called it a survival guide. And I loved it. And it was comical. It was a show, but it had some good pieces of advice. And I remember thinking when I went to high school, wow, I wish they made a show like this for high school. So I'm going to give you that right now. This is Miss Williams' 10 tips for high school survival. It's not an exhaustive list. There can be more things, but these are 10 that I picked out. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So the first one is your grades are important. They are. Up until this point, it's like, yeah, our grades are important. Our parents want us to do good. There may be some consequence for not getting a good grade, but what does it really count for? They matter now. You're going to start hearing people talk about their GPAs and their unweighted GPAs. And some of you may want to go to college later. They matter. Now, they don't define you, which we've talked about before. We want to see you do your best, but it's important that you do the best you can to keep your grades up. And all these people and all your teachers are here to help you do that. Next, become friends with organization. I've told you this many times before. The losing the papers, I forgot this was due. I forgot we had a test this week. No more, right? Find a way to be organized, whether that's getting a digital planner, whether that's getting a hardcover one, whether that's having your parents say, hey, help me put up a calendar in the kitchen. Find some system to keep yourself organized. Next, don't let people pressure you into taking classes. There are lots of great classes here at RAA to choose from. Pick the ones that align with what you want to do. So if you really like art, don't let your friends pressure you to take A and P instead. If you really like physics, don't let your friends pressure you into taking A and P because they can't handle physics. Look at what your goals are. Take the classes that are relevant to you, even if none of your friends are in it. Communicate with your teachers. How many times do I tell you guys, don't wait till the last minute to ask for help? Or even if you sat through a lesson and it went completely over your head and you're like, yeah, Miss Williams, I was here. I don't know anything about binary compounds. That's okay. Come to your teachers, ask them for help. They want to help you. They want to know that you're just trying. Don't be afraid. You have really nice teachers here. And even if you're going to a new school next year, I guarantee you those teachers would say the same. So next, get involved. Many of you do this already. I see lots of you involved in sports, involved in campus ministries, involved in your own churches. Find a way to find your community. Your hierarchy of needs says that you're going to feel more fulfilled once you find your community that you fit in. And you may find a new passion that you really love. You don't know until you try a couple different things. Set some goals for yourself. This is a good life skill, whether it's I want to read a new book every month or I want to get A's this entire semester. Set some goals for yourself and hold yourself accountable to meeting those goals. So practice coming up with, what's my plan? How am I going to do this? How am I going to check in with myself to make sure that I'm meeting those goals? Stay true to your beliefs. We talked about refusal skills earlier this year, and peer pressure is real. When you go to high school, there's a lot of temptations. Stay true to what you believe, what your values are, and be okay saying, hey, I don't really want to be a part of that, or I don't want to go to that, even if it happens to be your best friend trying to convince you to do something. Get sleep. I've told you guys this even now. Your bodies are changing, you're developing, you're using a lot of your brain throughout the day. Don't let something like a TikTok or a video game or a book keep you up at night. Get your sleep. Build your community. You have a great community here. Your classmates, your families, your teachers, use them. So often we hear about teenagers who come home, shut their doors, and that's it. Like we said before, think back to those kindergarteners, right? You're those kindergarteners. We have the knowledge to help you. We have the experience to help you, and we care about you. And we don't want you to shut us out because then we're missing out on years with you, and you're missing out on knowledge and people who can help you. And number one, please make time for God. It's not really optional. I promise you, your success is related to your connection to God. God has given you lots of gifts, and he wants to foster those. He wants to help you use them. But if you don't make time for God and allow for different spirits to come into your life, it's going to be really hard for you to succeed. I made that mistake in high school. I went and I focused more on my studies and my extracurriculars, and I didn't think it was as important to go to church or to read my Bible, and my mental health really suffered. I don't want that for you. Make time for God. And that's what I have for you. One last lesson of junior high. I'm super excited to have you in high school. I know we're going to have a good time, and you're going to take all the things that I just told you and you're going to do them all immediately, right? Awesome. Thank you, guys.
I don't really have a big part in this. I don't have much to say to you, but oh man, did I miss you? I've missed you so much. And some of you I have only seen on a screen because when you all came back, or when most of you came back, I was gone. And some of you have grown, I think maybe 2 feet since I've last seen you in 7th grade, and I can't even, now I look up to you. Wow. And as I listen to Miss Williams give you advice, I think, how are you going to be high schoolers already? Where has the time flown? We didn't even get to do 4th quarter poetry together, which is my favorite. But so is research, and so is narrative writing. And so we got to do some things together. As I look at each of you and I read your names on the back of the program and think, wow, how prestigious is this that you have come so far and now it's finally here. And I'm about to present you to administration to give you your diplomas, which mean more to you than to any 8th grade class before you. You learned more than just science and history and writing a really long essay that seemed like it was never going to be over. You learned how to deal with the sadness, the loneliness of this year. Your parents had to learn a lot too. I know for me, that 1st quarter when we went online, which was 4th quarter of last year, I cried every day. I know many of you cried every day with me. We just weren't together, and that's why we were crying. And it didn't stop when we started 8th grade. You've grown so much from that. You've learned to reach out to people from outside your bedroom wall. You've learned to share experiences and memories with your families that you didn't have the opportunity to do before. On top of all of these things, learning about the world and having so many things in common with everyone else in the world, this pandemic, you also did your studies. You also excelled. I've seen you grow from your first quarter of 7th grade to my last quarter with you in 3rd quarter. I've seen you grow as writers extraordinarily. It's incredible to me that you have grown so much as you've dealt with so many other things. I don't know how you did it, but you've done it. The only thing I can think of that we've been able to do this together is with our Lord, who has given us the strength to continue to persevere. If you can do this year, you can do anything else. I know it. You're going to do great. And so now, with what all I can say to you is I'm very proud of you. I've missed you so much, but we have next year and we'll be back together again. And please come by my room and please say hi, because I missed a whole quarter of you and we need to make up for that. And now at this time, it's my real task at hand is to present to you the class of 2021 for their 8th grade diplomas to our administration. Thank you.
Redlands Adventist Academy, 8th grade class of 2021. We are so happy to present these diplomas to you. Noah Wesley Gatling. Jacob Robert Diaz. Ethan Thomas Hill. Malena Jade Alito. Ava Natalia Gomez Estacada. Shamaria Pasella Tajoyo. Zara Asif. Emerson James Ayala. Aiden Christian Holm Bradford. Lex Caleb Campos. Vincent Angelo Castro. Ethan Alexander Evans No. Ethan Connor Gaines. Benjamin Levi Garcia. Alexander Charles Griesbach. Pasha Hajazi. Caleb Liam Harris. Ben Yoshi Trout Hegeson. Camden Jillian Jackbun. Carter James Kerstetter. Omar Khan. Andrew Ryan Lauer. Delilah Jovita Martinez. Melanie Isabella Maslub. Megan Laree Peterson. Noah Caniala Respicio. Shaina Margaret Richards. Joshua Diego Rivera. Lucio Miguel Sandoval. Kevin Marcos Schimpf. Joshua Russell Wallace. Matthew Silas Woods. Kayla Herios Zalzos.
I would like to have the incoming class of 2022 please rise. If you're here, 7th grade. These are our new 8th graders, class of 2022. Give them a round of applause. We look forward to having you here next year. Bulldog Nation. Whoop, whoop. All right. One other thing that I want to remind you about is when we're done with the graduation, if you would go over and get the banners, they will be clipped off the fence for you to take home with you. And then we have refreshments afterwards.
Test. Okay, it's working. Thank you all for coming, and please bow your heads and close your eyes for closing prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, and thank you for giving us a year to learn, a year to worship, and a year to reflect. And thank you that we could all finally end this year off with a good note. I look forward to the many opportunities we will have in high school, and want you to guide each and every one of us into your light. I want us all to reflect on the hardships this year and work harder next year on what we could have done better. Thank you for everything you do for us. In your name I pray, amen.